Welcome back to a brand new episode of Be Supreme Spotlight. I'm your host, Bootsy Dawkins, and we got another special episode today. We got one of the most beautiful voices I've heard for real live. It's crazy. I step back and allow her to introduce herself. Tell y'all what she's from.
Hello. My name is Adaira, Adaira. I am originally from Rocky Mount, Virginia, but I currently live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Rocky Mount, Virginia. I didn't even know it was a Rocky Mount, Virginia.
Right.
I know about Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Didn't know that.
Everyone says that.
Alright, so how old were you when you moved away from there?
I was about 21.
Oh, so you lived there your whole life, man.
My whole life.
Oh, man. So what is it like being in North Carolina?
You know, it's quite different. It's more of a city vibe versus a farm.
Oh, so that's what it was like where you was at?
It was really country.
Wow.
Country, southern hospitality. Like you're driving and people are waving at you as you're going by.
So you currently live in Charlotte?
I do.
Okay. Do you enjoy Charlotte?
I love Charlotte. Charlotte is definitely a vibe. There's always something to do. And that was what I lacked back home.
What made you move to Charlotte? What made you pick Charlotte?
I be following my brother, man.
Your brother?
Yeah, my brother, like he had moved here because he had got a job offer here, but then he moved to South Carolina. Then I followed him here. Then he moved to like up the street, 45 minutes away. But yeah, my brother's the main reason why I came to Charlotte. Also, just more life. My best friend Lexus, me and her used to come up here like when I was like 18 years old. We used to have a blast. We used to have so much fun together. And I feel like based upon all those memories and then following my brother, all of those factors together just made me want to say Charlotte. And then I also had got during my undergraduate years, I had got an internship from Mecklenburg County as a recreation therapist assistant. I do have a degree.
So what school did you go to?
Radford University.
Where is that at?
Radford is in Radford, Virginia.
It's in Virginia. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Radford, Virginia. And I love it so much. But yeah, I got my degree there. But because I had got my internship in Charlotte as well, that also made me want to come here. Yeah, it was like, oh, I love Charlotte. I got to experience a lot. I had 3 Indian roommates at the time.
There was an experience, right?
Yeah, it was the experience, but they were the sweetest girls. And by the end of that semester, they wanted me to come to India with them.
Wow!
And they tried to dress me up. It was so fun.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't.
Why didn't you go?
Because that's a lot of money at that time. I'm trying to make ends meet getting through school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I feel you. Right. So how long have you been singing?
So I have been singing since I was a little girl. My brother and my cousin Andrew discovered I could sing in the basement. I was singing a gospel song and they came in. It's like, yeah, is that you? It's like, you can sing. And I was like, yeah, I guess I can. And I was like 9 years old.
Wow.
And that's the first time. And then I used to just make covers back to back in the basement for hours and singing songs like every day. Go down to the basement and sing for hours.
That's crazy because that just made me think of something that you don't really think of when it comes to singing. Like the moment that a person discovers they actually can sing, like they actually have the talent to do it. Like a lot of people coming up, you singing songs, but then now you get that actual discovery of it. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's a crazy moment.
Right.
Did you feel like you had a superpower at that time? Like
at
did
the
you feel
time,
like it was something different?
It was just different for me.
Yeah.
It was like you have a sound. Because I heard people that could sing, but I was like, your sound is different.
Yeah.
And it was I just kept working on it once I discovered, and I just kept going. And there was never a day that went by that I didn't practice. I was videoing myself every day and playing it back. Mm-hmm. And if I heard anything off, I would just do it again. I think it's really important as singers to just video yourself all the time, because the more you video yourself and play it back, the more you'll hear like, oh, because it doesn't sound like you thought it did originally.
So that's dope that you say you do that, because honestly, that's like an athlete mentality. Because like when you play football or anything, football, basketball, you're gonna watch film on any practice games, you're gonna watch film on yourself. So what you're doing is you watching film on yourself, you critiquing yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's dope. What how did you discover that? You just like started doing
I started doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I started recording myself. First, I was trying to do YouTube videos when I was younger, and I even made my mom. I went through like 3 different cameras. I had my camera phase years ago when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about wanting Canons at like that age. I don't know why I was like that, you know. But my mom she got me those cameras, and I would just record myself, listen to myself, and if I didn't like it, I'm like, no, I don't want this. And then I would get inspired the older I got, looking at Chloe and Halle, how they were just you know what I'm saying? They were just posting videos back to back to back. And other YouTubers at the time that I looked up to, they were just posting, and I was like, I want to do this. So it really stemmed from me wanting to start YouTube videos at a very young age with singing.
I did realize, I seen that you did a lot of covers. You do a lot of covers. You still like to do the covers?
That's the real thing. That started like a long time ago, and covers that's one of my go-tos. I've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
And it just works. I mean, a lot of singers do covers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the talented singers.
The real talented ones, they just get out there and sing. They don't need an auto-tune. They don't need a microphone. Just get up there and sing.
Like, let me know who's some of your favorite singers?
Well, I would definitely say Whitney Houston is.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
The queen.
The queen. Oh, Whitney is amazing, from her range to how powerful. She barely opened her mouth, and it reached across the room.
Yeah.
You know, Jasmine Sullivan.
We was talking about the national anthem thing. Whitney Houston.
Ooh,
man, the way she killed it.
She don't even have to do nothing, man. Barely opening her mouth and just still delivering. She did what it was. Yeah. And even Lauryn Hill, you know, Lauryn had such a huge impact on my life. You know, growing up, I could only listen to Christian and gospel music. And I'll never forget, I was able to watch the Sisters Act movie. And she inspired me so much in that movie, like with the joyful, and His Eyes on the Sparrow. I was like, her voice is amazing.
Crazy talent.
She became an inspiration of mine at such a young age, and I started covering her songs. And it was just, it fit my voice so well, that deep alto note, you know. Yeah. I love that sultry tone that she has. And it started fitting me and what I was doing too. And I just love it. She inspired me so much at such a young age.
Yeah.
I will always give her props.
You said Whitney Houston, Jasmine Sullivan, Lauryn Hill, and who else?
Aretha Franklin. You know,
Aretha.
Yes.
You saying all the white ones.
Yes. Patti LaBelle. All of these amazing, strong vocalists that definitely should have an impact on these singers in today's time.
It should.
Right.
If it don't, it's a problem, and there's a reason. Dude, speaking on that, how do you feel about like the artists that can't sing outside of the studio?
I let them stay in their lane. You know, I don't like to diss or not, but I will say they just need to stay in their lane. Studio singing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of studio singers out there.
And I think that's fine, because you're using technology as what you can, but like you said, like you got to recognize for what it is.
Yeah, as long as they know. Like,
that's what I hate is when we start comparing studio singers to singers that isn't. Like, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, of course, but like Drake, like you can't compare Drake. Drake is talented at making music.
Drake is amazing.
He's talented at making music, but you compare him to a real vocalist, you can't do that.
No, because I just love him so much.
But that's not, you love him because he is a hit maker. Like in his biggest hits, he probably was singing, rapping.
I feel like
doing
this man
poetry.
can really sing for real.
No, I don't say he definitely can hold a note.
But you
I'm
saying like
to,
a vocalist,
when you put
like a
like
Whitney,
a Whitney,
that's different.
a Gerald Levert, a Brian McKnight, a Tank, like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you're not gonna really put Drake against those type of singers. It would be unrealistic.
Yeah. It would.
and it's cool because I mean he's outselling everybody, so he don't need to change nothing he doing.
Right.
You can't say nothing bad about Drake anyway.
I know. He's a legend regardless.
Nah, he definitely is. Yeah.
I really rock with him at the end of the day. Yeah. I rock with him, even if he's not comparable to certain people. Like he definitely deserves his flowers.
He got too. I mean, this man just passed Michael Jackson. You can't.
Yeah, it's like, crazy, right?
Most hits, like that's
superstar.
You ain't got no choice but give it to him, and he gonna make sure you do because he stepped on Joe Budden, man. He got on my boy head.
He did, but I'm gonna let him do what he, because sometimes they're human too. If they have a right to speak up for themselves, if someone goes out of their way to comment on their post,
I don't know now. I ain't like, but. I do agree with that, but at the same time, we're getting in a point where people don't want critique, like they don't want.
That's so true.
But when you put out your art, that's what it's supposed to be for. Like
that's right.
And what the issue is,
you got a point.
Music used to be like, especially hip hop. It used to be about competition. Like you're trying to be the best. You want to be the best. So now it then got away from that, and it's just about the money. So artists want to just be able to make as much money as they can without their music being fairly critiqued. But you're putting art out to the world. If you paint a picture and you put it out on display, like people are gonna critique it. That's what happens.
That is so true. Yeah, there's gonna be at least one person. At minute, there's always gonna be someone that's gonna be critiquing, but you can't take anything personal. I think a lot of people need to have a Beyonce spirit to stuff when they're releasing music. They need to prep themselves, maybe get a therapist if they feel like that they're not able to take that constructive criticism, whatever they need to do, because it's going to get worse, because with each level comes a new devil. So there's, the higher you go, the more the flow. I'm just kidding.
You just going crazy.
The higher you go, the more people will feel like they're entitled to an opinion to you. So you just have to practice that detachment and like not taking things personal and just being that Beyonce to it. Beyonce doesn't address anything. She doesn't address rumors. Only one time she said that billionaire thing, in the elevator.
Oh yeah.
But she does not. She doesn't address it. I love the way that Beyonce carries herself, the way she addresses things. But I think every artist needs that, like that privacy, like just knowing when not to speak. Basically,
right?
Like you know what I'm saying? Like just
let the art speak.
Let it speak for itself, and then like let the people argue by themselves.
Yes.
Like if that person wants to place an opinion, let them do it. You could take it in. I would consider everything that people are saying because it's very important. But if you're gonna take that offense to it, don't respond. Like.
But another issue that we have run into is that, like, instead of, it used to be if an artist has a problem with someone, they go put it in the music, put it in the art, and they use that energy
that's right. They do.
for that. Now they go type something, they go tweet, they go post on IG about something. But you're supposed to be in the sport of making music, like you, like, and there's a sport and there's an art form. So people need to. I mean, I ain't gonna say people need to. I just like to keep the essence of what music was and always should be to me. Like I know people just want to make money out of stuff, but when people who really love music, they understand what's going on.
That's right. Instead of typing away.
Yeah. And what do you think? Because we was talking about that. How do you stay away from any of like the negativity when it comes to? Because I see from a male perspective, outside looking in, it seemed like when a lot of women get to a level that they always get pitted against each other in some type of way, like, or you got to go on one side or the other, like you got to rock with these people or rock with these people. Like,
I won't even allow it to happen. Detachment, humility. If people walk in that sense of humility, but I'm not saying to be arrogant, you be confident. But, you can be confident, but if you walk in this humility factor, you're not thinking that you're always the center of attention. You're able to keep yourself under subjection if there's another star that comes in the room. If another queen or king comes in the room, with your humility factor and denying yourself at times, you're able to accept other people just as they are, as that king or queen that they are in this industry, because there's going to be many other stars out there, many other people that are talented, many other people that are gifted. But should they intimidate you? No, they should not. If anything, they should inspire you, make you want to be and do better, because you have that spirit of humility that you've taken on, because you're not thinking that you are that one. The only people that get that way are the people that have gotten too much of that hunger spirit of attention. So the minute the attention is off of them, they're not going to show you physically. They're going to do it on the inside, internally, run to the internet, subliminal messages. Right. But as long as you have that humility factor, that'll ease out. It'll take out all of that, the jealousy factors or the intimidation spirits or competition spirits that people develop in their own minds.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of the way you think is faith-based. Like,
definitely faith. Yeah, faith is huge to me. Because that's my whole career is based off of faith. Because I see myself at the end. You know what I'm saying? I see myself with the light at the tunnel, a light at the end of the tunnel. Faith is how I'm even doing what I'm doing right now. Faith is why I'm even sitting here with you. Yeah. Faith is how I got to open up for Bobby Valentino. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, faith is huge for me.
And actually, I'm gonna shout out somebody who showed me you, Aisha Damala, your friend.
Oh my God!
Yes, she sent me.
I love Aisha.
It was a while ago. It had probably like last year or at least.
I love Aisha. Yeah, that is my girl. She's a huge model, actress, yes. Like Chris Brown videos, Eric Bellinger. All these amazing stars.
She's the dopest.
I'm always bragging about her.
She bragged on you, and she told me that I should interview you like last year. At least it may have been longer than that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love her.
So, like you saying, like some things just happen because they're supposed to.
Shout out to you, Aisha.
Yeah, I had to tell you that. That's my girl. She's cool. Shout out Aisha.
Shout out to Aisha. I love you. Yeah.
So, now, what do you see yourself taking your career? Like, what direction do you want to take your career?
So right now, I want to make inspirational music for everyone. I feel like, I'm not putting myself in a box any longer, limiting myself to one genre. I'm going to focus on more genres, other genres, inspirational, of course, good music, encouraging music. But I will not place myself in a box any longer or allow anyone else to place me in a box moving forward in this industry or in my career.
So how do you feel like your transparency in the music, as far as how much of your life you're willing to put into your music?
What you mean on a scale from 1 to 10?
Like, are you willing to put everything into the music, or are you like, some things I don't want to put into my music?
I want to be as transparent as possible with letting them know of my relationships, what I'm going through, day-to-day life struggles. I feel like the more relatable you are with allowing them in, the more people will be able to relate to you in your lyrics. And they'll be able to say, oh, I recognize that. It's something I'm going through. All because you were willing to be open and be transparent about your story and who you are.
And you said you like to write. Would you like to do write a book one day?
I would love to write a book one day. I do write a lot. I was speaking to you about how I have books that I've just written, but it's to God. Yeah. I have books just writing. I write every day.
So you would actually put something. What type of book would you publish? Like an autobiography?
The book would be about my life, because when I'm writing to God, it's about my life, and honestly, it's about other people, uplifting and praying for them and covering them. Mm-hmm. I be interceding for a lot of my people, and I write it down to God, documents.
When do you notice that was something that you could do? That was an ability of yours?
I started journaling in my college years as an escape to release things. And I started manifesting things in my life when I started writing it down. It started really coming to fruition.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
Power in it. It's power in writing stuff down. And you know it's dangerous because we getting to a point where they don't even write stuff down, like because technology. So they just bring a laptop to school. They don't need to write. They don't have to write no notes. They have to,
right.
But like,
there's so much power.
I read something. I think it was Oprah. Just said something about. Yeah, I think it was Oprah. She said that writing is cathartic because like when you write it down and you see it with your own handwriting, it's something about the power of seeing that yourself. That's like you're going to work harder for whatever it is. That's why it's so many people that actually accomplish their goals are people that's like goal oriented, people who write it down and check them off. Yes. And it's no coincidence that happens. So, is that something that you like to follow?
I would love to follow that. What? I would love to follow that. I'm a huge, I write down my goals. I read them like every morning. I even cut on inspirational videos, and I'll start my day off with like a huge inspirational video from an inspirational speaker on YouTube.
Oh, that's how you like to get your day started. Yeah. It's like the older you get, you start to monitor what you do as you wake up for sure. Like that,
and you watch your ear gates and your eye gates.
Yeah.
You watch what comes in through your ear. Yes. And you watch what you hear. Then you watch your eyes. Like yes. I'm very cautious. I'm not out here watching every TV show. Right. I'm not out here watching every news.
Right. Where would you like to see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see myself as a great success, financially stable off of what I love to do, which is music. Yeah. That's it. Financially stable off of what I love to do.
Off of music.
Off of music.
Okay.
That is my success.
And so do you plan to be one of those artists that perform like for the rest of your life?
Yeah. Basically, when I was really general with the music, but
right, you know, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get into some detail there.
Yes. Of course, I would want to do tours and with the band, my music, just singing for different groups of people throughout the states and the nation.
Would you like to do like a tiny desk?
That would be cool too. I'll do tiny desks wherever the wind blows me within music.
And tiny desk hard. I like them tiny desks.
I love that, man. That type of stuff because I can sing for real. So right. I love a good live session.
You hear the one Tank did? He was with who was
and Usher.
Yeah, Usher went crazy. Yeah, Usher. Well, I mean, it's Usher. Like,
right.
He's gonna
and Tank
crazy.
Is Tank.
Definitely Tank one of the rawest singers out there.
Man, Tank is the legend
for sure.
This man deserves all the flowers.
No, I don't think he get enough. Honestly,
he doesn't get enough flowers. Tank doesn't get enough flowers, guys.
Nah, yeah, he don't.
Right,
but the people that appreciate real singing would give him his flowers.
Right.
Sometimes, and I think we in a moment right now where like a lot of hot pocket music is glorified, but like when everything comes back around, like it's gonna get to the essence of music, because even right now music is getting stale. Like a lot of music and numbers is down because people getting tired of that. Like,
yeah, that's true.
So eventually you gonna have to go back to making like this one album that I've listened to more than I listened to any album all year. Ride Wave, but I ain't even gonna lie.
Everyone loves Ride Wave.
Man, his album went crazy.
It did. Mega success. So.
Yeah.
The guy is a legend.
You can tell, but it's just like you can tell
it's
when
heartfelt.
An artist has really put everything into an album.
Yeah.
And you can tell when an artist is just trying to make some money off
Right, exactly.
These artists is not understanding. We can, as consumers, we see this.
We can see, yeah.
Yeah. But
we can feel.
Yeah. And the other thing that Ride Wave did that was so great is if you listen to his album, like from track 1 to like I think it's like 21, 19, whatever tracks, you can. Every song is in a perfect order, like it's supposed to be exact. It's like it tells a story all the way to the end, and it's like
very intricate and
yeah,
detailed
it
in
builds
every
up.
aspect.
Yeah, the
It's so
story it
beautiful.
builds up, and then towards the end of the
People pay
album,
attention. See how you pay
definitely.
attention to that?
Definitely, you real consumers is gonna pay attention.
Right,
to that. Like,
exactly.
and like I said, the numbers reflect it too because Rod Wave got one of the biggest selling albums this year.
Definitely,
like, this year
easily.
He did. I think
he's selling out tour, the sold out shows.
He's been doing that for years too. Like,
so he's the GOAT.
He on his way to doing some amazing. Like, people not even noticing
he's
it
there.
while it's happening. Like, he's about to be doing something. Like, I'm just talking about like Drake level type of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's on that type of trajectory.
Yeah, definitely. You done good to get it out. We know what you were trying to say. Trajectory.
Got it. He on that type of path for sure. Is when you make music, do you try to keep that kind of in the front of your mind that you want to give people that soul music, that soul food, like something you can listen to 20 years from now and it's good?
I'm trained in the studio like that. When you go in there, you're not going in there lollygagging. The studio is a very serious time. I don't even let certain people in the room with me while I'm in recording. Spirituality is so important to me. When I go in there, it is game time. Thoughts are running. My brain is running rapid. The studio is not no lollygag fun game time where you bring a bunch of group of friends. No. It's going to be me, the engineer, producer, or my manager. All the people that I feel comfortable with in the room. And if I chose you as the engineer, producer, I obviously feel comfortable around you enough to take it serious, or like we can collab as a collective together with whatever we're working on as our project. But that is your time to really give your emotions when you're in that room. When you're in that when you're in that room with that mic, you're in there. But there's nothing really funny about anything. You know what I'm saying? This is I take it very serious when I'm in the studio. No, don't get me wrong. I have goofy moments and fun moments where you release, but it's game time. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing. I'm on my phone, like typing out things. You know, I don't need any other energies in there blocking it, or I can do that, or trying to implement the idea. I don't need that right now. You can evaluate it after. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm in here, if I have the ideas and everything together, I just like it to be my manager, engineer, producer, me, and I'm giving out all those emotions. Whatever it is, I'm putting my whole emotions and everything all there. I'm putting it all there.
So before we wrap it up and get out of here, is there anything else that you want to leave the people with?
Yes, please listen to my newest project out that we released this year, which is called X-Feelings, which is just the X and the dash feelings. Once again, my name is Adaira, Adaira, and my Instagram is I am Adaira the singer. You know, I'm just grateful to be interviewed by this amazing podcaster, Be Supreme. So honored. Thank you so much. I've been watching your page, and I feel like you've grown so much, and I'm extremely excited that you allowed me to be here today. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here.
Yes.
And I really appreciate really interviewing real talented people. There's a lot of people that do music, but when you talk about someone that's actually talented, is where you know that you got hope for music at that point in time. And I still have hope for music when I listen to you. So please,
I'm gonna release like 10 covers this week.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, I just want you to continue, no matter what, to know that it's someone out there listening. So
always
just continue to put out your music, continue to show the world your art, and we're gonna eat it up.
Hey, period.
Eat it up. And y'all know what to do. Until next time, keep it in the street. That easy. Hey, you treat me so much better than him. And if I was sad,
There be no competition, 'cause I'm in love.